Hello, everyone. I'm Precious, and for my T4 research topic, I will be discussing the effect of diet quality on postmenopausal breast cancer incidence.
Hi, Precious. Again, a very good presentation. I agree that this fits very well with T4. I think it's just amazing these very large cohort studies that get followed. People get followed for years and years and years, and they produce so much important research. And really, all of it is, I would say, is categorized under the T4 study because of its population focus, and it's certainly in the real world, and just looking at these different associations. Um, as I get older, I have to consider all these different things, including, not just losing weight, but making sure your diet is appropriate, which is just one more thing to worry about. But I think that all of the presentations you provided over the course of the last few weeks have illustrated how important nutrition is, which I know is your research interest. So thank you so much for enlightening us.
So, I chose a study that focused on diet quality and its role in cancer prevention. The title is at the top of the screen here. When I think of the wide scale clinical applications that Dr. Schwartz was mentioning and why this falls in the T4 research area, I factored in the fact that it had a large data set. There were about 57,000 people involved in the study. They evaluated the incidence of breast cancer in postmenopausal women, the disease prevention, lifestyle, and behavior that they were monitoring was diet type, and these obviously were real cases um, that involved real women that some actually ended up getting breast cancer, some ended up passing away. So the term energy in the context of nutrition refers to the amount of calories that people consume. So the researchers measured the diet quality by measuring the diet energy density, which was actually evaluating what the calorie, what nutrients made up those calories. It's a similar concept to nutrient density, but it's a little bit different because nutrient density is strictly concerned with the nutrients that you get from the meal, regardless of how much calories you consume. And breast cancer incidence was of interest because the article mentioned how um, the rates of breast cancer in postmenopausal women is kind of influenced by um, different things that put them more at risk compared to premenopausal women, whether it be diet, weight status, or hormones. And this study was actually the first to evaluate total energy density as opposed to previous studies that have evaluated total energy intake, so just the amount of calories in the diet. So for this study, they monitored about 57,000 postmenopausal women, and they got data through surveys and questionnaires. And they monitored these women from 1999 until 2011 at the latest, depending on when they were diagnosed with cancer or when they actually ended up passing away. And the energy density was taken from the food that they ate only and not beverages. The results of the study showed that the median breast cancer diagnosis was 11.7 years, and the higher energy density foods had a more statistical significance to being associated with breast cancer than age and BMI and estrogen. The affiliations that were cited in the article are the Cancer Prevention Study, Nutrition Cohort, the Department of Epidemiology at Emory University, and the Epidemiology Research Program at the American Cancer Society. This was a transdisciplinary team to me because of the fact that the information that was already available was further analyzed to present new information on a postmenopausal population as opposed to just the larger group that was originally being studied. And it um, took the information from the diet to specifically focus on the quality of the diet, with the energy density being the, the diet modification and behavior that was monitored. This study was an example of my research interests because I'm definitely interested in diet quality and different diet types. And they actually pulled their food composition information from a Harvard database that used the USDA lab that I used to work with to get their composition information. So I thought that was nice, and it was also kind of confirming what I said at the first week of this class when I said that I think that my work falls to the T4 research area. And diet quality is definitely associated with cancer prevention, which this article showed, even though it wasn't the strongest association, definitely showed that it was relevant, and it was relevant on its own outside of weight status and just overall calorie intake. So I think that this was a nice example of that, and definitely something that I'm interested in. These are my references. Please feel free to ask me any questions, and that's it. Thank you.